Welcome, Lana. The lesson looking at the odd numbers. We have looked at the even numbers. Now, odd numbers. When we talk about odd numbers, we are talking about numbers are natural numbers. Are natural numbers that cannot be divisible by 2. So any number that is not divisible by 2 is an odd number. Is an odd number. E.g., from between 0 to 20, we have various odd numbers. We can list them here. So the first odd number we have is 1. 1 is not divisible by 2. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. These are examples of odd numbers. They are numbers which are not divisible by 2. So you have to remember, Lana, for even numbers we say they are divisible by 2, but for odd numbers they are not, cannot be divisible by, divided by what? Another number that cannot be divisible or be divided or cannot be divided by 2. Cannot be divided by 2. So 1 is not divisible by 2, so that's an odd number. But we have got two types of odd numbers. We have got two types of odd numbers, or types of odd numbers. There are two types. We have the first one. Being consecutive odd numbers. Consecutive odd numbers. Then we have composite odd numbers. So we have listed the examples from 0 to 20. Between means 0 and 20. So you don't include 0, you don't include 20. The numbers that fall in between 0 and 20. The numbers are just found here, in between here. It is not 0, it is not 20. You don't include the 2. Now, when we talk about types of odd numbers, we have looked at we have already listed them here: composite and consecutive odd numbers. Now, composite, we'll start with the composite here. Composite. Because if you know composite odd numbers, the rest are consecutive odd numbers. Composite odd numbers here. Composite come from the word many. Composition, like composition. Compose. From the word compose means many. So when we talk about composite odd numbers, are odd numbers that are having many divisors. Odd numbers that are having many divisors. So are odd numbers with many divisors or factors. And one of the divisor is 2. It's not 2. Yes, it's not 2. But one of the divisors can be 1, 3, can be 5, but not 2. Because if it is divisible by 2, it is no longer an odd number. So when we talk about composite odd numbers, they have many divisors. E.g., in this list we have here, we can identify composite, being that we have said it is our odd numbers with many divisors. So we have 1. 1 has got only 1 and 1 itself as a divisor. 3 has got 1 and 3. Those are only 2 divisors. Then we have 5, the same 1 and 5. Then you have 7, 1 and 7. But when you come to 9, 9 has got the first divisor 1, second divisor 3, and the third divisor being 9 itself. So it has more than 2 divisors. So in short here, when you talk about divisors here, it has more than 2. More than 2. So we can say here, more than 2. So when you talk about composite odd numbers that are having more than 2 divisors. So 9 has got 1, it has 3, it has 9. You can also identify, you can pause the video, identify the next composite odd number. Here is 15. So we have 15, we have 1, we have 3, we have 5, and we have 15. You can see they have many divisors. There's no between 0 to 20, we only have got two composite odd numbers. If you proceed past 20, we have 21. 21 has got 1, 3, we have 7, and we have 21. So you can see for composite odd numbers, they have got more than two divisors. Then that tells you the rest are consecutive odd numbers. The rest are consecutive. This is B now. The rest are consecutive odd numbers. And consecutive odd numbers also means sometimes they follow each other. Like in this case, we have 1. 1 has got only one divisor. 3, it has 1 and 3. 5, it has 1 and 5. 7 has got 1 and 7. So you can see they only have a maximum of two divisors. Have a maximum of two divisors. And therefore, you need to understand, learner, that in under odd numbers, you have those two types, and we have the composite more than two devices, the consecutive maximum of two devices. I mean, it can have two or less than two. It can have two or one. In the case of one, only have one devices, and therefore, consecutive odd numbers are called prime numbers. And therefore, prime numbers are special odd numbers, which is name is called consecutive odd numbers. We can proceed and list much of the examples of odd numbers. You can pause, you list the example of odd numbers from 0 to 100. You identify which ones are composite odd numbers and which ones are consecutive odd numbers. If I may add before I stop, we can even have here 25. Can have here 25. It has 1 as a divisor, 5 as a divisor, 25 as a divisor, 3. You can even have here 27, can have here 1, can have here 3, can have here 9, and 27 itself. So any odd number with more than two divisors are called composite odd numbers, and only one with two divisors are called prime numbers. But prime numbers, with the exception of one has got only one divisor, that is one itself. So one is not a prime number, so we'll be looking at that. So in our next lesson, we look at the prime numbers. So see you in the next lesson.